Okay, we're going over a few problems dealing with area and circumference of circles. First of all, everything is basically compared to the radius. Doubling the radius will give you the length of the diameter. The diameter is the length of a segment that goes across the center of the circle. It's a chord that contains the center, in other words, so that's a purple segment that I just drew. And the circumference is the distance around the circle, so that's like going from point A around the circle back to point A. This is the distance traveled and going around the circle. And the area is the green shaded portion inside the circle. So that would be all of this right there, that's shaded in green. So we have three formulas technically. The diameter is 2 times the radius. The circumference is 2 times pi times the radius. Now the circumference can also be stated as circumference equals pi times 2 times r, if we just rearrange the terms from this formula over here. But 2 times the radius is also called the diameter. So you could also say the circumference is pi times the diameter. But when you see the answer, it's going to look more like this, the diameter times pi. Okay, and likewise for area, it's pi times the radius squared, but when you see an answer, it's actually going to be written in the form of the radius squared times pi, as you'll see in a few minutes. So we'll go over a few sample problems. So if the radius is equal to 5, the diameter is 2 times that, which is 10. The circumference equals 2 times pi times the radius. So that's 2 times pi times 5, which equals 10 pi. Now, yes, pi is approximately equal to 3.14, but we don't want to approximate for the circumference of the area unless otherwise stated. So even though the answer is approximately 31.4, we're going to write it as 10 pi. The area equals pi times the radius squared. So therefore that's pi times 5 squared. The only thing that's being squared here is the radius, so therefore that's pi times 25, usually written as 25 pi. We want to write the rational factor first and the irrational factor pi afterwards. Next problem. If the diameter is given, we divide that by 2 and we have the radius. So the radius is equal to half of 8, which is 4. The circumference is pi times the diameter, so 8 pi. The area is pi times the radius squared, so the radius squared is 16, so we get 16 pi. Working backwards, when the circumference is given as 12 pi, because the circumference is equal to diameter times pi, the number in front of pi over here is the diameter. So it's just 12, meaning half of that would be the radius, which is 6, and pi times the radius squared, 36 pi, that is the area. And likewise, when the area is given, the area equals pi times the radius squared. So the radius squared is really the number in front of pi in the given value here. So if the radius squared equals 400, the radius equals the square root of 400, which equals 20. So if the radius is 20, the diameter is double that. The diameter times pi gives you the circumference. So we have that answer. Hope all of this helps, and we'll have another video for you as well. Good luck.